write something?
Yeah. Eduardo, Maria, Alejandro, los amo. And that's it. That was the last thing they did.
Wow, man. Wow.
Damn, that was a fucking...
After you
I
speak...
just made that connection with my fucking paper and pen, you know? Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, damn.
Before we started the interview, he asked for a paper and pen. That's why there's that connection.
That's how I calm myself.
When you're speaking to your half-brother on the phone and you find out your dad's in the hospital, do you tell your mother, and what's her reaction?
I told my oldest brother, Eduardo, that's his name, Lalo. Le dije, hey, güey, le hablé a mi tío Ángel, and I guess mi hermano sí sabía que no era mi tío, y mi hermana también sabía. I was the only one that they thought I got tíos, you know, and they were actually my half brothers. So le dije, le hablé a mi papá y me contestó mi tío Ángel que dice que no es mi tío, que es mi medio hermano, pero que mi papá está en el hospital. ¿Qué no le dices a María para que vayamos a verlo? You know, because over there we get to move in the subway because that's the main transportation. It's kind of efficient, but it's too small for the quantity of people that is over there. And we get to learn to move around the city and the subway, you know, since we're kids. My mom used to send us to get the groceries like far away from my brother and I. And I was like 5 already going like to buy for a restaurant. Like my mom used to own a restaurant and get groceries, so we had to move around the city since very little age. Like my kids, they don't even fucking walk to the corner by themselves, you know. And
does your older brother and your mom go to the hospital with you?
No, my mom, no. My mom, no. I don't think she showed up at all. My brother, my sister, and I, like I said, we were little, but we traveled like 2 hours in the subway, connect with another station, like to travel to another side to get to where we have to, right? So, but we knew how to do it. So I was 10, my brother was 12, and my sister was 16, I think, something like that. So we all knew how to move through the city already. So we just went and visit my dad before he, antes de que colgara los tenis.
Do you go to the funeral as well?
Yeah.
What was that day like? Do you remember?
At first was shocking to see all the people, you know. Lo sepultaron, I don't know, they buried him in the same panteón.
No, yeah, okay.
And where they have Pedro Infante in Mexico City. So I was, at first, you know, I'm a kid, so I get distracted really quick, and I'm actually like, I have like a hyperactive problem, they say. So I get distracted very quickly. So it was shocking to see buses of people just showing up, you know, like, and then we got to see like TV stars, like the little boxes, you know, like they're dead already, but the names were, mira, está Vicente, mira, está, you know, whoever we got to see. I don't really remember.
So your father was a major figure in Mexico.
It wasn't a major figure it wasn't really known, but he had heart for the people, I believe. You know, he was a man of the people. Like I like to think that he used to do it for the right reasons, because, you know, there's a lot of politicians and people that gets involved in syndicates over there just because that's a way to come up. Well, I like to think of my dad that he actually was helping whatever for what my mom used to tell me. You know, I'm pretty sure that motherfucker came up too, but not all the time, or not as good as the other ones. Because all of my family has education, you know, like, except for my 2 brothers and I. So in order to have education over there, you need to have some money or be really smart.
I'm really sorry to hear about your father's passing, man. May he rest in peace.
Fuck that fool.
I'm sorry about that. As you were growing up, what was your mother like to you? Can you describe her?
She's at those days we used to hate each other. Like when I grow, you know, like because she was really hard to us. Then she was Catholic, and then she became Christian. Well, she married. She got together with another person, with my stepdad now. We didn't like that fool. My brother and I, we used to. One time, my brother went to jail because we got him because he was screaming at my mom, and I was, I think, like 15, and my brother was 17, and we just went for it. And they called the police on us, but they didn't take me because I was too small. But my brother was almost about to turn 18, so they took him.
What did your mom say?
Nothing. She went and take him out. Like, sorry, jefa.
What does your brother have to deal with after that? Does he do jail time? Does he get bailed out?
No, but then you just have to, you know, pay whoever you have to pay, and everything goes away.
What was it like growing up in Mexico for you? Can you describe that time in your life?
Well, I grew up in a poor part of Mexico, but being in a poor part of Mexico, you know, in the La Colonia where we used to live, we were in the most poor, you know. My mom, she's a businesswoman, so she's comerciantes, le dicen allá. So she handles herself, and I think that's how I got it. That's where I got it from. She teaches like to hustle. So that's what I do. You know, we hustle. So she always was hustling. She used to have like little puestos and the swami. Like we used to sell tortas. She used to give us like we used to wake up every morning at 5 when I was in high school and middle school and make tortas because she has a restaurant. So in the morning we used to make tortas, and my brother used to take 15. I used to take 15 and sell them at school to come up with some money for whatever we needed. And we had to sell them. So they were no choice. If we don't sell them, we still have to pay the money to my mom. And then my mom will give us whatever part she would think was fair, or sorry, you guys owe me. But she was mom and dad, you know. She struggled a lot for us to become graffiti writers, I guess. She is a great woman, I think. Una mamá luchona.